DJI are a company we all hate to love, but there is no question that they make some of the best FPV products on the market. Today, things are actually very good with regards to the DJI O3 system, and whilst it isn't perfect, DJI have given us more than we've ever had in the past. However, as always, we are at the whim of DJI. One of the big new benefits of the O3 system was the fact that it officially supported MSP DisplayPort OSD, and that means for Betaflight users, for instance, you now have proper OSD capability. Today, Betaflight users are sitting pretty sweet with regards to DJI and the OSD, because not only do we have MSP DisplayPort, but we also have the new HD OSD working too. On the other hand, whilst DJI have done good for Betaflight users, for anyone flying things like this, DJI do support the Betaflight version of the OSD. They don't support the Ardupilot or Inav version. Now, whilst MSP OSD is one system, within it there are fonts that each of the flight stacks use to be able to display the correct information on the screen, and the way DJI have instigated the OSD on O3 is that they have uploaded the Betaflight font pack. The real issue here isn't that fact, it is the fact that you can't upload a new one, you can't change it, and you are stuck with that. As a result, the only way you can actually use the DJI O3 system with Ardupilot and Inav with regards to OSD is putting them in sort of a compatibility mode that limits the available options that you have on the display, and the reality is DJI does not properly support that system. Now, the other FPV manufacturers have actually instigated a proper way of doing this. So for instance, both HD0 and the Avatar HD system allow you to update the font packs from the SD card on your goggles, allowing you to use it with the other systems too. And in fact, Avatar HD has a drop-down box in the menu allowing you to select the OSD type. However, DJI has not done this. Now, there has been a huge amount of talk online around why DJI hasn't done this. There's people making posts, asking DJI questions, talking to support, and even putting threads on their forum. However, nothing has changed, and the reality is, as always, DJI do what DJI think is best, and they will only do this if it really starts to hurt them in the pocket. Now, this video has been prompted by some conversations on some of my videos, and I've actually been quite vocal on this in the sense of I don't entirely blame DJI. The whole MSP DisplayPort system has been a bit of a mess up until now. However, it is much more settled today than it has been in the past, and it really is now down to DJI to move in and conform to what everyone else is doing. I do though also understand that they may be reluctant to do this simply because they're going to have to allow users to be able to upload fonts onto the goggles, but there really is no risk here. But I can understand that they may feel this could potentially compromise their system, or at least leave a back door that others could use. But the reality is they have limited their system's use case, and as such, the only way forward for this now is to allow us to be able to upload our font packs. So today I want to give you a real simple message. If you are an Inav user or an Ardupilot user, do not buy the DJI O3 system, do not buy the FPV goggles version 1, 2 or 3, or even the original FPV system. Do not support DJI. The only way they will listen is if you hit them in the pocket, and there are other manufacturers making products that will do what you want them to do. The Walksnail Avatar HD system fully supports the Inav and Ardupilot OSD, as does HD0. Those manufacturers are listening to their users, implementing the OSD so you can update the font set. DJI is completely ignoring the community on this, and the only way we will get them to change that is if they realise they are losing sales from the many thousands, potentially hundreds of thousands of Inav and Ardupilot users. So the message from me is really simple. Whilst Betaflight users are sitting pretty, and I see no reason not to use this system if you're a Betaflight user, Inav users need to send a message to DJI. Do not use the products, do not buy them, and do not support them, and put your money somewhere where it is appreciated with the likes of Avatar HD and HD0, and only then will DJI really start to listen. Now, that is going to be my stance on this channel moving forward with this, with regards to DJI on those flight stacks, and if anything changes on that, I will update you in the future. Now, I'm going to ask something that I don't usually do, and that is, please do share this video far and wide. DJI are basically giving us the finger as Inav and Ardupilot users, so I want to say to them, get fucked yourself. We are not going to support you unless you bring us support for our systems in your products, and we're not going to buy them if you don't. Anyway, if anything changes on this, I will let you know. Stay safe. I will speak to you soon.